MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today it's Grapefruit League action between the Atlanta Braves and the Toronto Blue Jays. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to our spring training coverage on MLB Network.
Toronto Blue Jays.
Damon Horn, an Ohio-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. Dan, any thoughts?
You know, Matt, his last one wasn't horrible, but this guy did give up 5 runs in his last start. He was tagged with the loss, and he's going to look to be a lot better in this one here today.
So stepping in, number 1. He'll get his first shot with the bat here.
Number 1.
First delivery to him on the way. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Chisenhall waits on it. And he brings it in on the warning track. Blue Jays held in check. We are still scoreless. Stepping up now, Rio Ruiz, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
Rio Ruiz.
The 1-2. Hit on the ground to third. Donaldson's up with it. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd. Striding in, number 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch coming. Here it is. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. Travis rounds the corner and is headed home. He comes across to score, and the Blue Jays have tied it. It's a 2-2 game.
Boy, you know, in today's game, D-Row, pitchers are being taught high velocity, go get ahead, strike one. Boy, that didn't work in that situation.
Yeah, and guys have such put-away pitches, Dan. You don't want to go super deep in the count. Find yourself with 2 strikes on you, and here comes a nasty slider or a nasty split finger. He had an approach right there. He wanted to use an ambush tactic, and it worked.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Swinging a ground ball to third. To second for 1. On to first, and they turn the double play. So striding forward now, number 1. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Line toward the alley in left center, but this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the 2nd out.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Coming to the plate now, number 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch on its way. Oh, and he misses it. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
And that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step 1, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
Here's Randall Grichuk. These two have not faced each other at the major league level. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this.
Leading off for Atlanta, first baseman number 5, Freddie Freeman.
A bouncer to the left side. And the throw on to first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Bernardo Munoz.
Goes down to get the off-speed pitch here as this is sent in the air out to left. It's got some carry to it. And that ball is gone. A home run.
Oh, man, he got hurt. His second pitch since coming in, and he's... Hey, it always feels good to win a baseball game, but when you can win one at home in front of your home crowd, all those fans cheering, this is a good win for this team.
6-3, the final score today. The Blue Jays took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Damon Horn is credited with the win. Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today, a spring training matchup between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Toronto Blue Jays.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Toronto Blue Jays today. I want to focus on the bringer of rain, Josh Donaldson, playing third base, not only from the offensive side as he evolutionizing the game with his new swing fan.
Up next for the Buccos, Juan Gonzalez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Under it is the left fielder. And that ends the inning. One left for Pittsburgh. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Standing in, number 1, ready to get his day at the plate started right here.
Number 1.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Bullet back up the middle. Marte has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Josh Bell the next to hit. No career at-bats for him against this particular arm in the past. Ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. This one's flared toward left center, and that's going to fall for a base hit. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to.
Here's Starling Marte. He has no prior history against this pitcher.
Starling Marte.
The 1-2. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Left fielder coming in. And now a lunging catch, and he does a full gainer as well, but somehow hangs on for the 2nd out. In to score, the runner from 3rd.
Always productive to score runs when you can, and that sacrifice fly right there drives home the 2nd run of the inning.
And that'll bring in Adam Frazier. And Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt about that, Mac. That was a really rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
The 1-2. Line drive to left. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Cut it right there.
Sometimes you just got to trust your hands. That pitch probably wasn't even in the zone, and he was able to fight it off for a base hit.
Digging in to try it again, Josh Bell. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. That's lifted the other way out to left. Left fielder giving chase, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Cut hold, cut hold.
Striding in once again, number 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. Right side, defense aligned perfectly. Fielded cleanly. And oh, the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first. Now at the plate, Teoscar Hernandez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Now a move over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. The 0-2 pitch. And he got him.
Really impressive pitching right there. Sometimes as a pitcher you can get frustrated when you make a good pitch and you don't get that call from the umpire, but what does he do? He comes back with a good pitch and gets the strike.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Weakly hit towards first. Bell brings it in, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is. Here's the catcher, Francisco Cervelli. He doubled earlier and carries a 2 for 2 line into this appearance. 0-2, here it is. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And this is going to find the alley as he might have himself his second double of the ball game. And he is into second base with a double, his 3rd hit this afternoon.
That's how quickly things can.
So digging in now, Adam Frazier. No career numbers to talk about for this matchup. Now the 2-1 pitch. This is lined to left, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they haven't.
Now to the plate, number 1. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Valenzuela arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the. Kevin Pillar will try and get his club back in.
Well, the die was cast in the 3rd inning when they posted a bunch of runs. After that, they did everything they had to just to wrap.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today it's Grapefruit League action between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to our spring training coverage on MLB Network. Next to bat for Toronto, number 1, and their runners at the corners now. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lifted the other way to left center. On the run is Santander.
Here you go,
and a dive out there in left center, but he can't come up with it. On to third, but he's in safely as they take the lead with 2 runs scoring on the play.
A minute ago, this thing was tied up, but when you're giving up triples, you're not going to be close for too long. Now a 2-run lead and a base hit away from making it 3.
In now, Teoscar Hernandez. And now the Blue Jays look to put some more across the plate in this opening frame. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. So it's 2. Stepping into the box, number 1. 1 for 1 with 2 RBIs as he drove in a pair with a triple in his first trip. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. He pulls this one into right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hang on. Right there, right here.
The relay, and he is safe at second base as he legs out a double.
Yeah, I think he was sitting on the fastball, so when he got the changeup, he was way out in front of it, but he kept his hands back long enough to keep it fair down the line. That's not always easy to do.
Now at the plate, Teoscar Hernandez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Wow, that's awfully impressive right there. The pitch before was really close. Called the ball. What does he do? He comes back with a better pitch and gets the punch out.
And he's down on strikes, so they get 2 men into scoring position, but that's as far as they'll get as the side is retired. Blue Jays leave a pair, but they lead it 3-0. Here's Manny Machado now.
The shortstop, number 13, Manny Machado.
Belted high in the air out to left. Racing back the left fielder. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one.
Yeah, I guess they lost their patience.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Cameron Rupp. He's 0 for 1 thus far. In the air now out to left field. Left fielder has a beat on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Number 1 bats here with a double and a triple on his line in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Santander waits on it. He's got it 1 away. And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Left fielder is on the move. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. Here's Jonathan Scope now.
The second baseman, number 6, Jonathan Scope.
Now the pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. And he'll pull this one down a step or two in front of the warning track, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. Didi Gregorius will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with the runner at first.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
4-2 the final score today. The Jays. Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today, a spring training matchup between the Baltimore Orioles and the Toronto Blue Jays. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to our spring training coverage on MLB Network.
All right, guys, time for a look at how the Toronto Blue Jays set up on defense today. And the guy behind the dish today, Canadian-born Russell Martin. He's been a catcher his entire career, but I'll tell you what, some of the softest hands in the game, this guy could easily play an infield position, and he wouldn't skip a beat.
Ready now, number 1. And now the Blue Jays look to put some more across the plate in this opening frame. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Line toward right center. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And he's in safely at third as a run will score on the play as well.
The pitcher's jumped out of the frying pan and into the fire here. A second run scores, and now he's got 2 men in scoring position, and his danger of letting this thing get completely away from him. We'll see if he can put out the fire here or if the inferno rages on.
So striding in to Oscar Hernandez. Another first inning RBI opportunity for him here. Hard hit ball to second. Played on the backhand. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score. Digging in, Rendell Grichuk. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Right fielder, Rendell Grichuk.
The 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. So 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Now in the box, number 1. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. 0-1 the count. The windup and the 0-1. Line toward the alley in left center. Mancini arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center. Stepping in, Cameron Rupp. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. 1-1, here it is. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Left fielder is on the move. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Digging in once again, number 1. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Looking to minimize the damage here. In there for strike 1. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. But that'll be off the wall in right center. And the runner will score from second. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And he will beat the tag. Safe at the plate. And he's in there at third with a 2-out triple.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulders square, his hands inside the baseball, and was able to fight off a good, nice executed pitch for a knock.
So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. 3 runs already home here. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. It's the Blue Jays 9 and the Orioles 1. Into the box now, Paul Goldschmidt. It was a walk in his last trip. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error thus far for Baltimore. Hit hard to third. And this is going to find its way into left for a 1-out knock.
Nice execution right there. Ball was down below the knees. He stayed through it and was able to drive it for a base hit.
Ready once again, number 1. He's roped a couple of doubles in 3 trips to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. He pulls this one into right. Rickard is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Here's Jonathan Scope now. Past history with Joe Biagini. He checks in as a .306 hitter. He's taken him deep once. Here now the 2-2. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases.
Here we go. Hit me right here. Relay, three.
The relay throw, and he is in there with an RBI triple.
This is an easy decision for him to try for third because he has the play right in front of him, so he doesn't have to rely on any of his base coaches. Good decision to keep chugging, and he makes it all the way around safely.
Angel Huerta will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something.
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today it's Grapefruit League action between the Detroit Tigers and the Toronto Blue Jays.
All right, guys, time for a look at how the Toronto Blue Jays set up on defense today. I want to focus on the bringer of rain, Josh Donaldson, playing third base, not only from the offensive side as he evolutionizing the game with his new swing path, he'll also dive into the stands defensively to save a run for his pitcher.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, number 1. He'll take his first hacks here. First delivery to him on the way, and he fouls this one off. Norris has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest because he tends to eat up innings all by himself. High in the air out to center field. Cheney has a play, and that's the third out. One hit. Next up for Detroit, Jose Iglesias. Castellanos at second. Lucroy at first. One gone. In the air out to straightaway left. Waiting on it, the left fielder. And that's the second out of the inning. Standing in, number 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lined hard toward right center. Cheney is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. It was a single for him in his last at-bat.
Jonathan Lucroy.
Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Left fielder looking up at the track, the wall, and it's gone.
Wow, not every call is going to go your way, and there are some pitchers that pitchers think are pitchers.
So here's the cleanup hitter, number 1. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ground ball right into the shift. Scooped up on the backhand. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
Now batting, right fielder.
Here's a ground ball through the hole. It's a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. That makes it a 4-0 ball game. Stepping into the box, Jonathan Lucroy. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit.
And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left.
1-1-1.
And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. The next batter, Jeimer Candelario. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
Candelario.
Hit in the air down the left field line. Left fielder giving chase. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
When it left his bat, I thought it might squirt foul, but it hugged the line and found its way into the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer play at second, but he cruised in there with relative ease. If you want to know what this game was decided, that's easy. Look no further than the 7th inning. That big rally and the crooked number on the scoreboard
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today, a spring training matchup between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Toronto Blue Jays. Now at the plate, number 1. He's ready for his first debut here in this one.
Number 1.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And it's belted high and deep into right center. But that'll be off the wall in right center. And the runner will score from second. The relay, and the relay throw is right by him at third base. And now this ball's going to wind up out of play, and that'll compound matters even further.
Pitcher's got to stay on his toes right there. You never know who in this.
Ready for another chance? Andres Valenzuela, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. The 0-1 delivery. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Under it is the left fielder. And that ends the inning. Pirates leave 1. They trail in this one 3-0. Here's Gregory Polanco. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Right fielder.
2 out, nobody on.
Polanco.
Line drive to left. That's his first base hit. Make him 1 for 2 now.
2. Relay 2.
And he is into second with a 2-out double.
That's how quickly things can change in this crazy game. The pitcher was upset about the call in the previous pitch, which could have been strike.
Stepping in for the Jays, number 1. In his first trip, tripled and cleared the bases. First pitch on its way. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Russo is in pursuit. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. Now batting, number 1. He tripled earlier, making him 1 for 2 in the ball game. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Well, you don't need us to tell you it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Yeah, Matt, right now this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield around the mound and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet. I can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Runner's on his way to third. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back with more from the Grapefruit League after this. So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Josh Bell comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Here's Gregory Polanco. It was a 2-bagger for him in his last at-bat.
Gregory Polanco.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Left fielder has a beat on it, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. Settling in now, Jim Russo. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Russo.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he turns on this fastball and sends it out to deep left field. And I would say he got just about all of that one as this ball is gone. A home run. A solo shot here to left as they get on the scoreboard here. It's 5-1.
Well, they're still down, but this homer right there might light a fire under the whole team. Give them a spark.
Striding into the box, number one. Bats here with a double and a triple on his line in this one. He's set. Here it comes. Hard hit towards center. That's in there. Base hit.
Come on the back. On the back.
The relay to second now, but he's safe. As also on the play, a run comes across to score. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Digging in to Oscar Hernandez. He went down on strikes last time up.
Oscar Hernandez.
The 1-1. Ripped on the ground to first. Bell scoops it up, and he'll step on the bag himself. And striding forward now is the DH, Jordan Luplow. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. The 1-1. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Waiting on it, the left fielder makes the play, and there are two gone now. Angel Huerta will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Angel.
It seemed like everyone had a hand in this win, and that's usually the case when you win a game by 8 runs. Feels good to dominate a game like that.
10-2 the final in this game. The Blue Jays jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked. MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today it's Grapefruit League action between the Boston Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to our spring training coverage on MLB Network.
Blue Jays.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Toronto Blue Jays today. And let's take a look at Troy Tulowitzki. Obviously known for his offense and the ability to move the ball both gaps and out of the yard. I don't think he gets enough credit.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, number 1. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. First delivery to him on the way. Liner toward right center. In there, a base hit.
There you go. Stand up. Stand up.
And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Hey, guys, there had to be something in the scouting report right there. For him to be on top of that 0-0 changeup the way he was, that was pretty special.
Stepping in, Rendell Grichuk. And now the Blue Jays look to put some more across the plate in this opening frame. He's running. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying. Now at the plate, Blake Swihart.
Batting 8, catcher, Blake Swihart.
skied in the air to straightaway left. Left fielder giving chase, and that retires the side. Red Sox leave one. They trail this one 1-0. So coming to the plate, number 1. He reached on a single in his first try. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. A 1 pitch on its way. In the air out to left. Under it is the left fielder. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. At the plate, number 1. A hit in 2 tries so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Hey, I'm a little shocked right there. Double play situation. He doesn't go with the sinker. He goes with the ordinary fastball in that situation.
Grounded up the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. Strike 2. Lined hard toward right center. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And a relay to the plate.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets through and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
Fielder number 15.
Here's Randall Grichuk. In prior matchups against Drew Pomerantz, he's really struggled. 1 for 15. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. Devers gloves it. 1 there. Return throw is in time. How about that? The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Rafael Devers, the next to bat. Leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here. The 1-2. Popped him up. Tulowitzki into shallow left. He's got it 1 away. Yonhervis Solarte will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
Well, as a former pitcher, you know I love these low-scoring games as opposed to those slugfests. This was like a throwback game when home runs weren't.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today, a spring training matchup between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Atlanta Braves. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to our spring training coverage on MLB Network.
Time for a look at the Braves on D. Hey, let's focus on Freddie Freeman, first baseman for the Atlanta Braves. He plays one of the most reliable first basemen in the game, makes the routine play. Not only that, he can pick and grin, saving his infielders some serious errors.
At the plate, number 1. And now the Blue Jays look to put some more across the plate in this opening frame. From the stretch. Line drive to center field. And this is taken in shy of the track, but the runner will tag from second. And he's safe.
We'll see if moving up to third pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go for third, but now he can score a lot of different ways.
Into the box, number 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First offering on its way. Looks at a curveball over the inside corner. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And he'll step on the bag himself. At the plate, number 1. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Number 1.
He's set and the pitch. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Ranging back is Inciarte. And they take the lead. It's gone. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. And it's now 6-4.
I know he's a confident pitcher, but there's a difference between being confident and downright foolish. He just offered one of the most dangerous hitters in the lineup a straight heater, and it cost him big time.
Number 1 will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Smoke the other way, high and deep to left. Gonzalez going back on it. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. Wind up and the 0-1. And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first. Dwight Smith Jr. will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
11-4 at the end of this affair. The Jays put on a real offense.